game where we entertain you electronically. Welcome to 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 Game Black, where we entertain you electronically. Welcome to Game Black, where we entertain you electronically. Welcome to Game Black, where we entertain you electronically. Welcome to Game Black, where we entertain you electronically. Welcome to Game Black, where we entertain you electronically.
This is Cafe One! Every great vision begins small. My name is Anointed Okorafor, and in 2021, I founded Just Chops and Chips. Well, let me bring you up to speed. This is Cafe One. Cafe 1 was founded in November 2021 and it has grown from a little business idea into a scalable business. Well, now we've gotten 4 branches and the journey is still great ahead. We believe we can do it better. From what was serving over 2, 3, 5, 10 customers, we now attend to over 500 guests in a day, and it can get better. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Rsdl, the Executive Manager and CFO at Just Shots Cafe. I manage the managers and manage resources. At Just Shots, we don't just give you pastries, we are building the future.
This is Cafe 1! Every great vision begins small. My name is Rsdl, and in 2021, I founded Just Shots and Chips. Well, let me bring you up to speed. This is Cafe 1. Cafe 1 was founded in November 2021, and it has grown from a little business idea into a scalable business. Well, now we've gotten 4 branches, and the journey is still great ahead. We believe we can do it better. From what was serving over 2, 3, 5, 10 customers, we now attend to over 500 guests in a day, and it can get better. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Rsdl, the Executive Manager and CFO at Just Shots Cafe. I manage the managers and manage resources. At Just Shots, we don't just give you pastries, we are building the future.
This is Cafe 1! Every great vision begins small. My name is Rsdl, and in 2021, I founded Just Shots and Chips. Well, let me bring you up to speed. This is Cafe 1. Cafe 1 was founded in November 2021, and it has grown from a little business idea into a scalable business. Well, now we've gotten 4 branches, and the journey is still great ahead. We believe we can do it better. From what was serving over 2, 3, 5, 10 customers, we now attend to over 500 guests in a day, and it can get better. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Rsdl, the Executive Manager and CFO at Just Shots Cafe. I manage the managers and manage resources. At Just Shots, we don't just give you pastries, we are building the future.
This is Cafe 1! Every great vision begins small. My name is Rsdl, and in 2021, I founded Just Shots and Chips. Well, let me bring you up to speed. This is Cafe 1. Cafe 1 was founded in November 2021, and it has grown from a little business idea into a scalable business. Well, now we've gotten 4 branches, and the journey is still great ahead. We believe we can do it better. From what was serving over 2, 3, 5, 10 customers, we now attend to over 500 guests in a day, and it can get better. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Rsdl, the Executive Manager and CFO at Just Shots Cafe. I manage the managers and manage resources. At Just Shots, we don't just give you pastries, we are building the future.
This is Cafe 1! Every great vision begins small. My name is Rsdl, and in 2021, I founded Just Shots and Chips. Well, let me bring you up to speed. This is Cafe 1. Cafe 1 was founded in November 2021, and it has grown from a little...
Welcome once again to week 4, day 2 of the Rivers Skirmish Division 2 League, and I remain your favorite girl, Milia. And of course, happy Father's Day to every man out there and every man in this building. If you stayed with us from week 1 to week 4, you would agree with me that this league has been nothing short of an experience. So yes, if I were you, I would stay locked in even today to see what my favorite player has in store for me today. We are heading right back to Mr. Khan and Chukuchuku on standby. Stay locked in.
Nice to have you once again. And I want to say congratulations. We just heard news that you recently became a dad.
Yeah.
I mean, like you're our first Rsdl gamer dad. How does that feel?
Feels very, very good. Very, very good. Very, very good.
Okay, it's all right. Well, I have some questions for you. You know,
Okay.
we grew up in an era where gaming was not really encouraged. right? I don't think your parents would allow you to, spend that much time gaming and all that. But the times are changing, right? We can see that people are building genuine, solid careers in esports.
Yeah.
And you as a gamer dad now, how do you think you would adjust to the current realities?
For my child,
Yes, for your child.
definitely my child will be a gamer.
Believe
It
that.
is not negotiable.
Okay.
It is not negotiable,
Yeah.
and we know better. We know better. Now it is becoming part of us. It is now, how will I put it? It is now a skill.
Yeah.
And it is something I will build up with him from scratch, from when he's little.
Okay. That is really wonderful. I mean, if more parents, like, if you look at the top ranked Nigerian gamer right now, I'm talking about Nigeria's number one, Farouk Manzo. He has always said that his parents were super supportive of his journey as a gamer, and you can see the difference is really clear. I mean, like, the man plays. He plays like someone that has the backing of the spirits,
Yeah.
because he is relaxed and all that. So it's actually very beautiful to hear that you, as a gamer dad, will encourage your kid to be a gamer as well.
Yeah.
But there are also some dangers we have to look out for, of course, like especially if the gaming takes everything the child has to do. So how do you intend, because I know some of our listeners, some of our viewers are also gamers, and they're going to be gamer dads in no distant time.
Yeah.
And we want to know how you intend to manage it,
Okay.
because it doesn't get obsessive or addictive, or doesn't destroy other parts of the child's life.
Okay. I think this is where discipline comes in.
Okay.
We have to enact discipline.
Yeah.
I grew up from a family where everything is deep on discipline, coordination, arrangement, and organization. That's how I was brought up, and that's how I will be for my child too. When it is time to game, we game. When it's time to do other things, we do other things.
Yeah.
I will ensure that there is a balance, and I will be very strict with it.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it there. The man Chuku Chuku. He became the very first dad we've had in the Rsdl. I mean, the man's baby was delivered on a day he had a game, and he just played. The outcome of that game was not, very palatable for him.
14 days to be precise. Now he's 2 weeks old.
He's 2 weeks old, so his baby is just 2 weeks old. So, I mean, the outcome of that particular game was not something he would have wanted, but we want to believe that the excitement of being a first-time dad while on the stage, overwhelmed, his gameplay and all that. So it's really good to have Chuku Chuku back here with us. I want to say Happy Father's Day to all of you viewers, all of our gamers, and of course, our sponsors. I'll be headed back now to the commentary gantry where Himzas and Shags are standing by. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Wonderful stuff there.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna say my own Happy Father's Day to literally everybody. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Himzas. Okay, potential father.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy potential
Yes,
Father's Day to us. Actually, okay. So we are back. Match week 4, day 2, match day 2. So last match day was absolutely wow. I mean, Chuku Chuku was there. He just finished his interview now with Khan, and as much as I'm happy for him that he's a father, and happy Father's Day to him too. But disappointing day out, match day 1, week 4 for him, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. It's not the kind of start you would have expected after the 1 week break, but there's always a chance for him to bounce back. At least he's not currently in the relegation zone, so
I beg to differ because currently we can see that he is in 9th position. Actually, this was somebody that was sitting in 8th position and was comfortable. He was actually very, very comfortable with lesser games played, and he had games in hand. Not even just the games in hand. He had about, if I'm not mistaken, 3 games in hand, and he played those games yesterday. And reason why I'm saying it's beginning to seem like a worry for him because he lost all 3 games yesterday, and that puts him currently in the 9th position, just a point above danger zone. I mean, it's going to be absolutely difficult from him here on out, knowing fully well that he had games in hand. He could afford to be sloppy then, but right about now those games are gone So it is going to be really really difficult for him. I think he has a game today against also a player who is also in the relegation zone in the person of Mr. Moral. Mr. Moral is just a point. It's just basically a points difference between these two. So that match between these two is going to be it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, honestly, because a lot is at stake. A lot is at stake. What do you think about that particular game, Mr. Moral and Chukwuchukwu, knowing fully well what is at stake in that match?
You know, it's a must-win game for both players. I'm sure if both players could have gone away with 3 points, they would have been able, they would have loved to do that.
It's not possible.
Unfortunately, one person has to drop point. Mr. Moral needs the points a bit more because he's played more games than Chukwuchukwu. Chukwuchukwu still has about probably, let's say, 4 games left. Mr. Moral probably 2 marks, and he needs those points because
3 games.
As things stand, he's at risk of getting relegated, and the fact that he's been on a poor run of form doesn't also help matters. So both players need it, but Mr. Moral a bit more.
Well, we've still got other fixtures for today. We've got, I think the first game we're going to have today is between Roland and Richie. Roland will take on Richie. Chukwuchukwu will take on Mr. Moral for the second game. Richie also has, I think, his second and final game against the top guy, Shocker there. Wow. Roland also, who is in the mix of getting relegated, will take on Bright. And Chukwuchukwu also has a game against the man who was absent from last match day, El Dorado. 5 intense fixtures today. I mean, where do you see upsets coming from in these fixtures today?
Well, I've taken a good look at the fixtures, and basically almost every player here needs, like, there's no game that I can say that it's just it can be a look over. Every game here counts because the Roland and Richie game, both players are trying to escape relegation. Chukwuchukwu and Mr. Moral game, the same, both players trying to escape relegation. Richie Shocker, Richie trying to escape relegation. Roland still playing against Bright, who is also in the relegation zone. I mean, talking about Roland, and the final game, El Dorado and Chukwuchukwu there again, once again trying to escape relegation. So the upset, some players don't have anything to play for.
Yeah.
Say someone like Bright doesn't really have anything to play for.
Yeah. I was going to say that actually, Bright.
Someone like El Dorado, I really don't know. It all depends on what happens in the Shocker game, because that again might actually make him have a chance to fight for the title. But
I think if Shocker wins this particular fixture against Richie, then it's cutting.
Yeah, definitely. But one thing I should remember is that Richie is someone who is like what they call the party pooper. If you remember the game against PG,
I mean, he started that riot there against Chukwuchukwu yesterday. That was a very very nice statement win there from him, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely, and I feel that he would want to carry on in these games today, knowing that he needs those 3 points, and he will definitely want to get those. I think he has 2 games today, get the 6 points, and see maybe if he can climb his way up the table to escape relegation.
So we have amazing gameplay coming up in a bit. We can see Roland going up against Richie. That's the first game for today. I mean, these two guys are going to battle it out because they are in a mess at the moment, and they are looking for any opportunity to scramble out of that danger zone that they are both in. These two guys, a lot at stake at the moment. You can see Richie in 12th position actually, 9 points from 10 games played, and Roland there, who after his game yesterday kind of leapfrogged away from the relegation zone. He's in 8th position at this moment, 13 points. It seems to me like he is actually safe. This is more or less like his last game, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, yes. So he needs the 3 points. Oh, he's going to face Bright later on.
My goodness.
Bright yet. So I feel the count is wrong there.
Okay, so right. He has 2 more games to make it. See, I'm not exactly certain per se, but if he faces Richie now, he has another game against Bright. I think there's a mix-up there in the matches played for Roland. But as for Richie, I think Richie has 2 more games to play. And this first game against Roland is going to determine if he has a chance at survival, if he has a chance at getting a spot in the Pro League. Richie actually impressed us yesterday. I hope he brings that into this particular fixture today. Here is Shocker at the top of the table. Coldest Snow also has also been a revelation. Actually, this guy coming out from that two defeats he had, but right about now he's sitting in second position.
Yeah, we went on an insane win streak, and you could see it yesterday. He continued in that same fashion, and that's why I feel like if he probably had been able to get his group going early, he might have actually had a chance at winning the Rsdl title.
Well, actually, when the game started, we thought it was a 3-horse race, but Coldest Snow has just come up from nowhere and is now giving these guys a run for their money. You can see him there in second, and we saw his statistics, where it showed that Coldest Snow basically has the best attack in the Rsdl. If I'm not mistaken, he has scored over 40 goals so far.
Yeah, after yesterday's game, I think he's around 45 goal range.
So this guy has been creepingly, just slowly, unnoticed, and has just crawled his way up to the top 3 chart. That's wonderful from this guy. Somebody nobody actually saw coming. Kudos to Coldest Snow. Eldorado, who has been displaced and is now in third position. 1-1 also, who has been wonderful in the Division 2. He has only just one loss coming from Shocker. He's also in fourth position, 20. There's battles everywhere at this point now. There's battle in the relegation zone, and there's battle also in the top 3. Well, everybody in the safe zone, that's from the 4th position to the 9th position, they are actually just chill for me now. The battle actually is top 3 and who is going to escape relegation. Well, we're going to get answers for that as we head into the first game proper. Roland taking on Richie. Remember, Roland is safe in the 8th position with 13 points, while Richie will be looking to get at least 3 points to catapult him away from relegation zone. Here is Roland with France and Richie with Norway. You see a lot of goals in this game.
Yeah, due to Roland's style of play, any game that involves Roland basically is bound to have lots of goals. So I expect him to score, and I expect Richie to also score. So it's going to be an end-to-end action game. So yeah, should see goals.
Well, here is Roland with the first attack of the game. He ended him a corner kick, which he took really short. He's recycled the possession now, and he's trying out an attack. Corner kick from Roland.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes have been all Roland. He's had about 2 good shots on goal, but Richie's goalkeeper has always been positioned in the right place at the right time. I feel if Richie is to get something out of this game, should he let Roland control the way he plays? Because, Roland is the kind of guy that always wants to dictate how his opponents play. So I feel Richie should be able to play against that, and maybe he can actually come out with a win.
Well, nice build up there from Richie. There's something about the way Roland plays. He's also, I think he's got that specialty of the counter attack also in his back pocket.
Yeah, for me, he's one of the best counter-attacking players in the division. And you can see alongside Larry, these two guys, once it comes to counter-attacks, they're up there. And you can say Roland, you can even give Roland the edge because that's basically what his entire gameplay is about. So.
I can remember the last game yesterday, not the last game actually, his first game against Coldest Snow, where he forced Coldest Snow to play how he wanted. Richie opens his account in this fixture. Richie draws first blood, 19 minutes. Wow.
Oh, beautiful goal.
What a goal there. I must say, Roland's defense was a little bit way too scanty.
Yeah, this guy, he always says that he doesn't really care about defending, that he just wants to outscore his opponent.
Look at that. There was literally just one defender to take on. It was always going to be a goal for Richie.
Oh, question is, how long can Richie hold on before Roland probably nets a goal for himself?
Well, that's your answer right there, because Roland has just gotten back a goal. It is level at this point. 1-1. What a reply. both players, their defenses are a little bit too scanty. I mean, they are committing a lot of players forward. It seems they just want to get the goals and then get it over with. Look at that. He was just beautiful beating that offside trap there. And that was Richie's own undoing. I think as much as he needs to focus on his attack, his defense too needs to be on par with the attacks of Roland. He did so well in the last game yesterday against Chukuchuku.
You know, both players kind of have the same style of play. Roland opting for always sprinting past defenders, but Richie for the fast passes. And that basically both players are counter-attacking players. But now the question is, who is the better counter-attacking player? So I feel that's what will actually decide this particular game.
The 33 minutes gone. And here is the counter-attacking opportunity now for Richie. Here is Thorsby. Tries to take a cutback. Oh, Haaland gets it in with a misplaced pass from Roland's defense. And Richie, always, every day, look at that goal there. Thorsby, I think his intention was to drag it back and give it to that in-behind runner. But the interception there from the defender, he couldn't dispatch that ball there. My goodness, what is happening? 2-2, they are level again. Roland. Every time Richie has a breather, Roland just finds a way to level it back almost immediately.
Remember you asked if this game was going to have lots of goals, and I think you've gotten your answer. 4 goals in 39 minutes in game time, and it doesn't look like it's over yet.
I mean, this is a battle. Oh my goodness, Roland finally ahead in this game. He has been the one chasing all day. And right now, he has an advantage. It's really sad for Richie because he's been doing so well to keep Roland's defense at bay. But every time he scores, he just seems to relax a bit, and Roland just passes on that. Here is Haaland now for Richie. Couldn't get that through pass accurately. Roland. My goodness, it's offside. I don't think it is. Roland in the box. If he cuts back, this is dangerous. Oh, keeper to the rescue. And that is the end of the first half. We've seen 5 goals here. This guy, Roland, he just has a way of forcing you to play something really, really different.
Yeah, it's just the way he plays that you could say it's not too pleasing to the eye, but I feel he gets the job done. He doesn't really need to entertain the fans or whatever. But this guy, he just plays for the win. He doesn't play for the goals or anything. He just wants to get the win. It doesn't matter how the win comes. He can decide to play haram ball, which we have not really seen. He can decide to play counter-attacking, which we have seen most of the time. But all in all, he just wants to get that win, and it doesn't really matter how the win comes for him.
Well, here's Richie now with a failed attempt at a true pass. Remember, if Richie doesn't get the 3 points in this game, I think it is curtains for him, because his next match is against Shoka, and that would only just end him. Even if he gets a win in that can only end him 12 points. 53 minutes. Roland looks to be much like in a very, very comfortable position at this moment. 3 points from this game. I think he jumps away from the 8th position. Roland solidifying his win with another goal. Would you say this is totally against the run of play?
Not really. I feel Roland has actually played pretty good in this particular game. You know, his style of play doesn't require him to have lots of possession, but once he gets the ball, he's always looking to do something, and almost every time his attack reaches defense, it has come out really fruitful.
Over the top through pass. Can he defend this properly? There's still danger in the box. Roland defended well. 61 minutes. Still a lot of time for something to happen in this game. This to be a blowout. For Richie to get one more. Richie ball rolls, leaves that player in the dust. Richie gets a 3rd goal. And we are in for a cracker. I told you it was just 60 minutes. A lot can still happen. Look at that move there. There's something about Roland. You said earlier, I think yesterday, Roland is literally the only player you know that uses that sliding tackle to serious effectiveness. And he tackled there again, but I think Richie anticipated that ball roll there just gave the goal what he needed. And here is Richie again. Surely a chance to convert. Oh my goodness! It is 4-4. Richie with a comeback. Getting this game level again. Beautiful stuff from this guy. This is what we want to see. No relenting. He's not throwing in the towel. He's taking the game to Roland. Just when we thought it was really, really over.
This is exactly what Richie would have wanted, and he's gotten it. You know, being 2 goals down, and he was still like probably not down and out, and he was able to get 2 goals back. And there's still lots of time here for him to actually go on and get the winner.
I think we're going to see a winner in this game, but I just do not know who it is. I mean, the momentum now is with Richie. My problem is with his defense. Roland is breaking down his defense. Just seems so seamless for him. I mean, earlier in the game, we saw when every time Richie goes ahead, Roland finds a way to come back.
Now, for the first time, we actually saw Roland a bit calm on the ball.
I think he's realizing how much the situation means now to him if he keeps committing players forward. Here is Roland with this attack. He drags back. Finds a player in Rabiot. Oh, there's space for Doué to do damage. Oh, my goodness. 81 minutes and Roland has a foot in front. I mean, Doué was left unmarked there. He immediately brought that ball into his right foot. You know he's in a finesse position. He's converting that every day.
It seems every time Roland goes on the attack, he's about to score, and that's basically it. I mean, it's 5 goals scored in this particular game. Every time he's on the attack, Richie's defense seems so porous, and Roland, the kind of guy to always exploit those spaces in behind, and you can see the result: 5 goals.
85 minutes. Are we going to see drama? Still a lot of time for at least 1 goal to get back into this game. Here is Richie now. Surely he has to make do with this attack. Richie, Roland with that effective sliding tackle there to win possession. Here is Roland triggering the runs of Dembele. Can that ball get to him? Dembele is fast enough. He takes the ball into the box. And Richie has given possession away again. 91 minutes. Surely now it looks like it is over.
Definitely.
And that is it. Richie, sadly, does not clinch a 3 points from this game. Roland, with an extra 3 points to get him so comfortable in this particular game. 13 points. Plus 3 points now. That gets him to 16 definitely. Points. Right about now, I think he's literally on the same position with Bright.
Yeah, and they are yet to face themselves. So he can actually go ahead of Bright. It's really funny because Bright actually was, you could say, was a bit comfortable. Yep. For Roland, it seemed he understood that I was about to get relegated, and he turned up the heat, and now you can see him. He's been flying ever since.
Well, just as week 4 started, these 2 guys, they were in the relegation zone, and it seems like only one person understands the assignment, which is Roland. You can see he has catapulted himself into a safe position to get his spot in the Pro League. I can't say the same for Richie because right about now, Richie is still 9 points, 12th position, and it is not looking good.
Not at all. I don't know if I still see him getting to the Rsdl.
I mean, his last match is basically against Shocker, so it's going to be very, very heavy. I don't know. I'm not writing anybody off, but I mean, anything can happen. But it's going to be. It's a really Mount Everest climb at this point.
I think he knows that as well. He knows that I'm probably relegated, but he just has to play. And probably,
other players who are actually fighting for the title will be
Yeah,
rooting for this guy now. The likes of Kodes, no
true.
Eldorado.
To
They'll
be
be
looking for
watching
an
close.
upset, something to just
Yeah.
make Shocker shake a bit at that top position.
Shoka was always saying that he's going unbeaten. Well,
Wow.
Richie is the kind of this guy. This game doesn't really tell the full story. This guy can actually go ahead and defeat Shoka. I know the chances
Okay.
are kind of slim, but anything is possible.
Yeah, anything is possible. Anything is possible as we head into the analysis of the second game. Chuku Chuku taking on Mr. Morale. Chuku Chuku, who has been disappointing so far. I mean, this makes it 4 losses in a row. But as for Mr. Morale, I think this makes it.
He's been having his losses in between, some draws in between his losses. If not, it was probably like, let's say, about 5 to 6 losses in a row.
But when was the last time Mr. Morale won a match?
Probably match week 2, I don't know.
My goodness. I mean, these two guys are on a losing streak. So it is going to be tough for these guys. Chuku Chuku, who is just a point above relegation zone, is facing Mr. Mura, who is also a point inside the relegation zone. So this is the battle of who is going to fall off and who is going to get a safe pole position to get into the Pro League. I mean, these two guys, what can you say about their gameplay? Mr. Morale, for what, is an expert in behind runs and those directed runs there. He's totally good at that. Chuku Chuku, on the other hand, is somebody who loves to dominate the game, loves the midfield play, loves the crisp passing. But we've seen over the past 3 games that he has not been clinical enough. And this is what has made him lose 3 games in a row.
Yeah, I feel this is the kind of game in which Mr. Morale probably gets a point. In games where you expect this guy to drop points, he actually puts up a fight, like
True.
the game against Shocker, even the game against Coder Snow.
They got the draw.
Both games ended in 3-all draws. So now, in games you expect this guy to actually go ahead and win, is where he actually probably goes on to lose. So this game is against Kochuku, someone that is a formidable opponent, and I feel they kind of know themselves already outside of the Rsdl. So yeah, I feel it's kind of game in which Mr. Morale will probably pick up a point at least, or 3 points.
But both players from Bielsa, right?
Yeah, both players.
And like you said, they know each other very, very well. But right about now, this is not a friendly match. In fact, this is a match for survival, basically. So the two of them, I don't think they're going to throw the term friends out the window.
Yeah, you said you're disappointed, but I want to know like who you're more disappointed in.
To be very, very honest, I'm disappointed in Chuku Chuku the most. Honestly, I mean, he had such a good run earlier. His first few games, except that loss against Shocker, his games were perfect. You feel me? Perfect even up until the extent that he had games in hand and he was never near the relegation zone. Only for him to, come back from his paternity leave and blow all those games in hands. I mean, that's something. I'm actually really, really, for me, he's the person that has disappointed me the most because I felt he should not be in this position at this point. Mr. Morale has been disappointing from beginning to now. I mean, everybody says, he even said it one time, he's a fraud. So at this point, I mean, I don't know what to say about Mr. Morale because this is somebody who, right from the knockout stages, proved to be a hot cake. I mean, coming into the Rsdl, we could see what he did to Captain there in that knockout stage. Decimated that guy totally, with the moves that we haven't seen in FC for a very, very long time. So coming into the Rsdl, we thought this guy would be fire, but he proved to be wrong. But before the gameplay proper between Chuku Chuku and Mr. Morale, we'll head for a quick interview with Mr. Morale and Khan. Mr. Khan, over to you.
Okay, I'm here again with you, Chuku Chuku, and you have like one game in hand. You were missing an action for a couple weeks, and then you came back, but we're expecting you not to sit at the position you're sitting right now. You're just a level above the relegation places, and that is a dangerous place to be. So we saw you lose back-to-back games yesterday. What is your game plan going into the next game now against Miss Morale?
I first I want to talk about yesterday. I allowed the excitement of fatherhood get to me. So today I actually have my emotions in check, and I'll be better today.
Okay, I mean you're facing Mr. Morale. He's a highly rated player, although he's in the relegation places himself, and this will be like a battle for survival. He wants to leave that place, and the next person that could replace him there is you. So this is a very interesting. This is going to be a very interesting battle. I mean, do you think you have what it takes to beat him? Have you beaten him before?
Yes.
And so you'll beat him again?
Yes.
Okay, it remains to be seen if Chuku will actually beat Mr. Morale. That has been everybody's, punching bag so far. We'll head back to the commentary gantry where himself and Sharks are standing by.
I mean, I saw a comment earlier. It says the battle of the relegation.
Well, you could see at this point, the relegation battle is actually more enticing.
It's more exciting than who is going to clinch the title. Actually,
definitely. You know, the likes of Ndaboski still yet to play. Mr. Morale now about to face up against Chuku, who both players are battling relegation as things stand. You might say Chuku is not in the relegation zone, but he's still battling it because a loss to Mr. Morale actually makes him drop into the relegation zone.
Telling you, dampens his situation further, honestly, because I mean, like I said earlier, I'm mostly disappointed in Chuku, honestly, because I never ever expected him to be in this position he is at this point. But it is what it is. So you have to do the hard work if you couldn't do the easy work. And hard work it is now. Mr. Morale, I'm not going to say anything, honestly, because I'm tired. In fact, I'm tired of saying anything about Mr. Morale because he has been, I don't know, viewers who have seen Mr. Morale, who know what this guy can do, they are actually shocked. I'm seeing comments every day about this guy, like, what's up? What's up, Mr. Morale? This is somebody who put up a good fight against serious contenders. I mean, currently now, who is top of the table and who is second on the table, he granted out points from these guys.
Yeah, it's funny that those are probably his only 2 draws in the league this season. He's gotten about 2 wins, I think, 2 wins and 2 draws, and the rest have just been straight up L's.
Losses.
And the losses have come against people you would have expected this guy to actually get all 3 points against. And now he's forcing someone like Chuku. One thing, like I said earlier, this guy against the big names, he actually does turn up. So we're waiting to see if he actually turns up against Chuku today.
So basically, are we rating Chuku as a big name for him to fall or what?
Yeah, he's a big name, of course.
Yeah,
and the likes of Ndaboski is still a big name, but it just happens that they're battling relegation. It doesn't.
I wish we could see the public prediction for this particular fixture right now, because we know very well that Chuku is actually a big name, right? So from what you've said, I'm deducing that he might garner points from Chuku.
Yeah, now that's what I feel anyways. I feel that he should be able to get at least the points or probably take all 3 points. And you could see the public prediction actually going with Mr. Morale to win this game. It's 70% chance compared to Chuku's 30.
70. Oh my goodness. Who are these guys? I mean, is that how much you don't rate Chuku at all? Like, how much see position where you put yourself.
Probably after a 4 loss in a row, like the 4 losses in a row, the public are still losing faith in him. But on the other side, you cannot only say the public should have lost complete faith in Mr. Morale, because this guy, he's taking more losses than wins. We just want to see him win. Let's put it that way, because at this point, those wins, they come like once in a blue moon, and the public see actually having the edge over this game against Chuku. So.
Well, so far so good. The public predictions has, on a scale of 1 to 10, I think they have always been right, or more. They've been right more than how much more they've been wrong. So 70% to Mr. Morale. A lot can happen in this particular fixture, and we are sat for it. If you're tuning in live, do well to predict what you think the scoreline is going to be like, or tell us who you feel is going to escape relegation between these two. You've watched their gameplay from yesterday's from Chukuchuku's. You've also seen Mr. Morale over time. Who do you think is going to escape the battle of the relegation? Chuku or Mr. Morale? Do well to let us know in the comment section. Also, do let us know who your favorite gamer is. Basically, what I'm saying is interact with us, okay? Drop comments. Tell us what you feel about the league so far. Tell us who you think is going to clinch the title. Will there be upsets? will Shocker still remain at the top and clinch the title as the rising star of the Division 2 league? Do well to let us know in the comment section. I briefly want to speak about the upcoming Niger Delta Derby. I mean, you know very well that these two guys, they are from Bayelsa, so they might actually be repping Bayelsa in the Niger Delta Derby, which will be coming up soon. I mean, falling out of the relegation zones in this position, that's not the end. I mean, you still get to also be in the esports scene when you get to, grind out in the Niger Delta Derby. That one is coming up really, really soon. So do well to anticipate that. Also, the King of the Port coming up soon. That is an esport tournament hosted by 43 Esports, and that will determine who the best gamer in Uniport is. I mean, I think we still have the defending champion who is Lever. I think he's out of Uniport per se. So now we need a new king. Right.
King.
So do well to connect, follow us on all social media handles on TikTok, on Instagram to get more information about the competitions, the tournaments that are going to be coming up next right after the Rsdl. We are going to be heading into the game proper, but I just want to ask you, Chuku against Mr. Morale, who do you think is getting the win? Who are you going for? Forget about the public winning prediction.
Yeah, I feel this is the kind of game in which Mr. Morale probably gets a win. I don't know why I feel like that, but I've seen him play against people who you expect him to actually lose to.
Okay.
And he always manages to. They always have to get the equalizer in the last minute. The game against Shocker had needed a last minute equalizer to get the game to 3-3. And in the game against Coded Snow, the same thing happened. Coded Snow needed a last minute penalty to get the game to 3-3. So I feel this is that kind of game in which he should he'll be a bit more calm, knowing that this guy is probably a match for me and he'll want to take his time. So I feel he'll be able to get points off Chuku today.
Well, for me, I think I'll go with a draw, right? I'll go with a draw to still keep the relegation battle dicey. Still put that suspense in it a little bit. I mean, so that nobody's clear of and nobody's certain that they are dropping down. You get so I feel both players will share the spoils in this particular game.
It's not bad for both players to share the spoils, but one thing is for sure that one player would want to take all 3 points in this kind of game. Both players and players sharing the spoils might just end up being the bad result for either of them
players,
because
right?
because both players might actually now get relegated depending on the results that will come from the other almost relegated players rather.
You're already calling them relegated. You're already calling them relegated players. After this match, I think the next match will be Richie against Shocker. And that should be Richie's final game. And that should be Shocker's 11th game, right? I'm very, very certain that the public prediction is going to go all in favor for Shocker, right?
Yeah, the public prediction, of course, is definitely the result speaks for itself. This guy is basically unbeaten in the league so far. And Richie, he's been on and off. He's been hot and cold. Some days he comes on, turns up the heat, and some days he's on the receiving end of the heat. Well, Shocker is not going to make it any easier for him. Richie you could basically say he's almost relegated at this point.
Almost.
And Shocker could actually put the final nail on the coffin and thus relegate him. On the other hand, Shocker too, he knows he doesn't want surprises because any little surprise and the league is thrown wide open again, then that means as much as the relegation battle is heating up, the battle for the title is also heating up. So he definitely needs that win to be in a safer spot than
So basically for Richie now, he needs Chuku to actually win. He needs Ndaboski to lose. That meaning he needs Mr. Morale and Ndaboski to lose, and he needs to win against Shocker. That's a really, really tight
huge
position to be in, honestly. I mean, imagine the odds of that happening.
At this point, his fate is not in his hands anymore. It's basically in the hands of the other players, and you never want to find yourself in such positions because their games can actually go in the way you don't expect. But You never can tell. Richie, he will just have to play his own part against Shocker, try to see if he can get a win, and hope for the best from the other players.
Well, I'm seeing a comment here from Duru. The predictions are already dropping in. Duru Daniel says Chukuchuku is going to lose to Mr. Morale 3-2. Wow. Seeing another comment here from Joshua David saying Prince Shocker's name on the trophy already. They've already given Shocker this trophy. Well, as we head into the game proper, Chooks taking on Mr. Morale. Chooks with France. I think he used Cote d'Ivoire yesterday. They have switched up teams now. He's going with France. And Mr. Morale going with his Netherlands. As Mr. Chooks tries to get... My goodness. It was poor defending there for Mr. Morale. It could have turned into something difficult for him in that moment.
You know, come to think of it, I'm really asking myself if Mr. Morale has actually gotten any win with this Netherlands team.
Well, he might have about to pull one. A cheap shot failure there from Mr. Morale. I mean, he had other options.
You know, I was expecting.
But I can understand the reason why he went for a cheap shot, but Chooks wasn't having it. I think he just knew that Mr. Morale was going to go for a cheap shot, and the keeper was totally ready to save that.
Well, I think we are still waiting for Mr. Morale's first win with the Dutch national team. His only 2 wins, I think they've come against when he was using Dortmund before we switched to the World Cup edition.
Wow, that's some statistics actually. Really sad. 22 minutes gone, and I think the only clear-cut opportunity we've seen is the one that Mr. Morale had, where he fluffed that one-on-one opportunity there. Went for the cheap shot. But here is Chooks now in the box, guiding this ball beautifully well. To Ameni, to Rabiot. He finds Bakola. Oh, what a beautiful piece of skill. Can he get this away? The keeper to the rescue. And it wasn't enough to save him from that. I mean, I actually thought that keeper saved that shot there, but the low-driven shot found a way to snip into the post.
You know, I wouldn't really blame you because this guy has been missing basically every chance that's fallen his way over the past 4 games. Again, in the game against Richie, he had tons of chances and ended up just scoring one. That game, Richie won 4-1. And in the following games, he ended up losing both, in which he still had really good chances to score. And he almost started the same way today, but at least was able to bury that in the net, and maybe today might be totally different for him.
Well, it is nervy now for Chooks as he is diving deeper and deeper into the relegation zone. He's already behind in this fixture. And here is Mr. Morale. My bad. I mean, I was talking about Mr. Morale there diving into the relegation zone deeper. He's still yet to get a win with this Netherlands team. I mean, it's not working, and he keeps on using it. That was fine defending there from Chooks.
You know, the fact that he didn't fall for the reverse elastico there, or he actually fell for it, but he was able to recover quickly and just get his defender in the right position.
We're almost at halftime, 40 minutes gone. Chooks still in the lead. 1-0. And he's attacking again, Mbappe. He's facing pressure from Van Dijk. Here is Mbappe trying to find Rabiot in the box. Mr. Morale doing his deedful. Here is Morale again. Gakpo, left-hand side. Couldn't get that pass to Brobbey. And that is the end of the first half. And Mr. Morale has been poor through and through, both in attacks and in defense. I mean, he had an opportunity to go up, but that's been his only golden opportunity ever since.
Yeah, that was the first. I think if he got that goal, it would have actually changed how he plays in this particular game. But Chukuchuku got the first goal, and now Mr. Morale under a lot of pressure, knowing he's about to face the risk of getting relegated, and that's why I feel he's been a bit more careful now with the way he's playing too.
Seen a comment here from Mr. Duru Daniel saying Morale is playing so poorly. Everybody has seen this so many times.
You could actually say that every match week and you'll still be right.
Wow. "52 minutes and Mr. Morale so far has not given us anything to cheer for. Chooks looks to be doing all the work. Is this onside? Yes, it is. Olise in the box. Tries to find Dembele. Oh my goodness. It's as if Dembele wasn't even expecting the ball to come to him at that point.
I feel Chuk saw he was offside there and was just waiting for the referees for the linesman to raise the flag, but the flag didn't come, and by then Mr. Morale was just able to regroup and get his defenders in the perfect position.
There is Chooks now with Olise trying his possible best to beat that offside trap. Chouameni defending really well to Olise now. He's looking for players to cut the ball back to, but couldn't find them. Interception beautifully done by Mr. Morale. Here is Mr. Morale now. Attacking with Gakpo down the left-hand side. He's got Koundé to beat. Look at that jockey there from Koundé, very beautiful. And Morale takes it to the other side, trying his best with Malen. And Theo Hernandez is giving him a hard time. The ball finally finds its way into the middle. And Brobbey couldn't get that away. Brobbey still has a chance, defended well. Seeing a comment from Duru Daniel saying may Chooks beat him like Netherlands. So I think that game ended in a 5-1 thriller.
Yeah, a 5-1 thriller. Brobbey actually scoring 2 goals there, but I don't think this guy has really scored that much since at the hands of Mr. Morale. Mr. Morale wish that he can actually put those goals in the back of the net with that guy to maybe secure him.
Here is Chooks now in the box. Couldn't do so much with that attack. Chooks giving the ball away cheaply to Mr. Morale. 70 minutes is upon us. And it is still 1-0. Look at that directed runs there. Is this offside? Malen to get this to 1-1. And the keeper to the rescue. When Mr. Morale is fluffing his golden opportunities. Corner taking long. With the safe gloves of the goalkeeper. Here is Chooks now with the long through. Surely he starts at a counter-attack with this. Olise, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And a miraculous sliding tackle there from Nathan Ake. This is coldest.
Yeah, definitely.
Coldest say Mr. Morale performance is clearly poor. I mean, everybody can see it. But even as his performance was poor, he granted out the points against Coldest.
I that's what I was saying.
He might be poor, but he didn't let you beat him. I mean, he ran out the 3-3 draw against you. So, is he poor against other players and rich against you? I can't say.
Like I said, against formidable opponents, this guy just finds a way to grind out those points. And you can see the game has actually been really close against Chukwuchukwu.
Very, very close, actually. Chukwuchukwu has not been able to add another goal to his tally to at least keep this game still within reach for him to grab 3 points. Is this offside? No, it isn't. My goodness, that cross into the box couldn't find Mbappe. 83 minutes gone. It is still 1 goal separating these two. Are we going to see a goal from Mr. Morale to draw this level? It doesn't seem like, because he's not in possession. Chooks, we try as much as possible to hold up possession until the end of this game. I think that's like the most favorable tactics at this point. That's exactly what he's trying to do. Make sure he doesn't lose possession. He almost lost it there. That was nervy. Mr. Morale now applying all the team press. 88 minutes. And Chooks happy to play this ball at the back. 89 minutes. 90.
Wow. Throwing in a dangerous position there.
My goodness. A last chance opportunity for Mr. Moral. If he gets this perfectly, Mr. Moral will probably. Oh, couldn't get that shot into the net. He has an opportunity for this. That was a very heavy ending there for Chooks. I mean, he tried his possible best to get into gameplay management. He was doing that for the most of 80 minutes, down onto 90 minutes. And he suddenly just gave away the ball there. A throw in for Mr. Moral. He tried his possible best to capitalize on that ball. He couldn't just get that shot away, that defender right in front of him. I mean, what do you think about this particular fixture, Hamza?
See, I'm very sure in the last minute there, Chuku actually joined the defender in defending that ball because
you could see his full-time celebration. I mean, that was nervy. That was very, very nervy. You could tell that he put his whole heart into defending that. And at this point, Chuku, I think, has skyrocketed into 15 points and in 7th position now. That's literally more like a safe space for him, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely a safe space, and he knows that. You could see the celebration. He said, I was going to win this game, and that's exactly what he did today. It was a kind of a close game, but he was able to get the win at least.
I'm laughing so hard at the comments I'm seeing here. Absoma 11. I think this is 1-1.
Yeah.
Saying EA. I swear, this is basically just EA being against you. I'm telling you. A comment from Zen King Tao is
that's in Dabuski.
My goodness. I mean,
he needs to watch his fellow relegator.
That moment when you're just watching to see what's going to happen. And Mr. Morale with the disappointing run, feeling sorry for his most favorite fan, Milia.
Yeah, his biggest fan.
Sad. I mean, he has really broken that girl's heart, if you ask me.
Definitely, he knows that. He said that he was going to put up better performances, but he's not been able to back up all the talks he's made over the weeks, and it's kind of sad because this guy, at the points during the league, he seemed like he was about to gain promotion into the Rsdl.
True.
But now it seems like he'll get relegated.
But it's really sad for this guy, honestly, because Shoka will think, okay, no, I was going to talk about Mr. Morale for a moment. Mr. Morale is somebody that, from the hard time he gives these top players, he's somebody that should actually be in the pro league.
Yeah.
I mean, grinding out points from the big guys and then dropping points to the lesser guys it's not something I want to see in the pro league. Well, we head on into the analysis for the next match, which is Richie taking on Shoka. Richie against Shoka. We can see the public winning prediction. Hey! My goodness. I think I need to see the public that is predicting this thing.
I definitely want to see. I want to join you
actually see them. I mean, public, if you're listening to us, do very well to signify that you are one of public predicting this. Giving Richie a 55% chance at qualifying or getting a win in this particular fixture against Shoka. Shoka, who is top of the table and has not lost a game yet, 45%. You can see the league position. Shoka in first, and Richie is basically at the bottom. This is literally Arsenal versus who finished last? I think Wolves.
Yeah, to the public, I must say they've actually beaten people for less because this prediction, it doesn't just seem like what you guys would have actually chosen, but well, it is what it is. This game is the next game, but before we go into this game, we're heading over to Melia for an interview.
Well, Melia, over to you.
Right about now, we have Mr. Shoka and Mr. Morale on here. Over to you, Mr. Shoka. 12 games, still unbeaten in this league. I mean, can you just let us know how you do it?
I just do it. Like I said before, I've competed at the biggest stages in Nigeria, so I'm here to do it again.
Okay, and then over to you, Mr. Morale. I think 11 games, and then barely 3 wins. Is it? I would just like to know. I was expecting that your match with Chukuchuku would be better than others, but right now I just saw otherwise. I tell you the truth, I am honestly, I won't say disappointed, but I'm a bit I don't know. So what should we expect from what should we expect from you moving on? Because I really don't know where you stand at the moment.
Right now, you guys should expect the
Okay, back to Mr. Shocker. You are up next against Richie, and a number of persons like of athletes like Eldorado are expecting you to lose that match because um Eldorado currently is third on the table. I mean, he left the first position to the third, and then I think if Richie wins the match, he goes up. So should be what should we expect from that match with Richie?
Eldorado also wanted me to lose against 1-1, but I came in clutch as usual. So I'm sure I'm going to come in clutch again against Richie to break his heart for sure.
It's all right. We're looking forward to that. Now back to you, Mr. Moral. In fact, just come, just come. From one of your top fans. Thank you. That's literally all I have for you right now, and I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm just looking forward to seeing more of you in other leagues. Maybe not this one. Thank you very much, and stay tuned.
May person give me a handkerchief, I beg.
At this point, I was probably feeling for him because brother, no words, the words couldn't just come out from his mouth, you know.
EAFC. Stay away from. See, if you're viewing, if you're viewing this is what EAFC can do to you. If you don't have the mentals for this, please, I advise you just stream. That's why I find it funny when I see people back at home streaming saying, what's this guy playing? I'm better than him. He's not even putting up fight. He can't do this. He can't do that. He's playing. Bro, once you get on that seat, that hot seat, and hold the controller, if your mind no day, bro, you can see the position Mr. Morale is in at this point. I mean, it's really, for me, right, it's really, really sad because I had high hopes for this guy. I had serious high hopes for this guy. And falling out of the relegation zone now is going to be very, very detrimental to his esports career because these other guys are going into the pro league and it's basically going to be foot champs from here on wards. I mean, so the pro leagues and then the elite league, before we finally think of even wanting to try to come back to the grassroots, trying to get a rising star again where you get to compete. So it's a long schedule for him. I mean, so I mean, after today, if today is actually his last game, after today, I don't think we're going to be seeing much of Mr. Morale, which is going to be sad because he has given us a lot. You know, he grinded it out with the top dogs. Shocker dragged out that 1 point from him, dragged out that 1 point from Coldest Snow. I mean, those were my favorite games of this guy. And it's not like there's any other favorite game I can add, but those were my favorite games of this guy. And also that particular game in his knockout stages against Captain, he wowed everybody. Trust me, everybody was hyped up for Group E because of Mr. Morale, and he dished out perfection in that particular group. And sadly, the knockout stages is not what you see in the Division 2. This is exactly what I tell people. Tournaments that are 1-day tournaments or 2-day tournaments, you cannot in any way compare them to a league format. It is not in any way, because, bro, these guys are grinding up every day to come here at the weekend and be on their best form. I mean, so if you're not in the right mental state on a weekend, on a match day, I'm sorry for you, bro. You're going to keep on jumping down the ladder up until you get flushed out. And it seems like that is the case of Mr. Mara. But Shocker, On the other hand, the man who has been skyrocketing all from the knockout stages up until now, he has clinched his top position, dethroned El Dorado from that, and he has stayed there up until now. I mean, himself, I've been talking a lot. Just basically tell me what you think about it all.
Now, you said Mr. Morale. It's sad that he's kind of bowing out this way, but I should expect to see him in the Bielsa versus River. He should
Oh,
be able,
yes, yes,
yeah, he should be able
yes.
to make the cut for Bielsa, don't you think? I feel he should be able to make the cut for
Well, it
Bielsa.
depends. I mean, if we have 100 participants come out from Bielsa, I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to grind out to be part of the top 8 from Bielsa. So,
In my opinion, I feel he should be in the top 5, probably along the likes of PD, Cold Snow. The next name that comes to
Chuku is
the
also
next name
there.
that comes to mind is Mr. Morale. So I feel maybe by then he would have actually gotten back on his feet and will be able to put up worthy performances in the Rivers versus Bielsa
Well,
derby.
right. So it is not all lost for you, Mr. Morale. Even as you bow out from the RSL, it is not over yet. You still have a chance at competing in the Niger Delta Derby. If you can clinch a position in the top 8 in Bielsa, then you have a chance at also coming back on the screens of your favorite fans and viewers. Shocker against Richie. That is the next bone of contention. Now, Richie, who obviously, if he loses this particular game, it is down and out for this guy. Richie's prayers were for Mr. Morale to lose and for Indaboski to also lose on the final match day. I think one of those prayers has been answered. The second one being Indaboski to lose. And the third one, which is what he has to do himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is the hardest of them all. I mean, it's easy for Mr. Morale to lose. He has been doing that over time. It is easy for Indaboski to lose. He has a couple of losses under his belt, but it is hard. It's entirely hard for anyone to grind out points from this guy, Shocker. Most especially maximum points, because he has been unbeaten from the he has been unbeaten from the knockout stages up until now, and he faces Richie first against the 13th. My goodness.
This is the kind of game where everyone will want to tune in to see if we are in for surprises. But one thing I've said over time is that this Shocker guy, he doesn't give you room for surprises. He's the kind of player that, okay, most times you expect, during the run-in in the Premier League, you see Man City fans rooting for Burnley to defeat Arsenal. This guy doesn't even give you the chance to do that. And I'm sure he would like to continue that way in this game against Richie.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are headed into the game proper. Richie taking on Shocker. Richie in Norway and Shocker with England. Man, this is a serious battle. If Richie gets this win, there is still hope for him to get into the Pro League. If Shocker gets 3 points from this game, I think this definitely solidifies his claim to the title as the rising star of the Rsdl. So there's a lot at stake. For Richie, it is signing out of the RSL. For Shocker, this could be that match that gives him the title.
Yeah, and I'm sure Richie, he knows he needs this win now more than ever. One of his prayers has already been answered, but like you said, this is the hardest out of all his 3 prayers, and this one is actually the one that is in his hand. So he needs to be at his very best to be able to get at least the points from this game.
Seeing a comment here from Jory Daniel saying Shocker gets the win 4-1. Well, your last prediction didn't go as planned. I think he predicted Mr. Morale to defeat Chukwuchukwu there 3-2. But Mr. Morale has bowed out from the Division 2 with a 1-goal loss there from Chukwuchukwu. 19 minutes gone. Here is Richie now, just at the edge of the box. Finds Haaland, but he's offside.
20 minutes in, and it seems like Richie is in a different kind of groove in this particular game. He's been the one having more possession and probably even the better chances to get ahead in this game.
My goodness, that through pass gets in. And that cut back pass to Haaland was just far from it.
Wow.
Well, nobody rates Richie for here. Like, Joshua Stanley is saying Shoka to win 3-0. 26 minutes in and it is still 0-0. Richie has had a chance to test the goalkeeper. What? He's had the better attacks of both players so far.
You know, the way he's playing in this game is not exactly the way he played in the game against Roland. Here, he's been a bit more composed, and you can see.
Oh, Richie with the shocker from nowhere. I mean, how was he able to figure out that in behind runner there and slip that through pass to him? Let's watch this again. Just look at that. I mean, the space.
I think
wow.
to see that pass.
He just dragged down that. My goodness. The one and only Shocker has equalized immediately. It is 1-1, guys. No time to even celebrate. I mean, we're just analyzing the last goal there from Richie. And Shocker, I'm guessing it was a goal kick OP move.
That kickoff from Glitch definitely abused it there, and probably does some finding an easy chance, and of course, Shocker in front of goal. There's only one outcome.
I'm seeing that comment there from 1A1. I think that comment was for the goal that Richie scored. I don't think he's anyway celebrating Shocker scoring, saying getting joy. That getting joy is definitely for Richie.
Well, probably before he could actually type the comment or
yes, Shocker don't care that. It is 1-1, guys, and we have a game on our hands. And as much as Richie has been trying his best in this game, it's been better than how he was in his last game. But Shocker, the man who always has answers for literally every question thrown at him so far in the Rsdl. And a poor pass gives possession now to Richie. What can he do with this? Surely he's going to think about recycling possession. Haaland, oh my goodness, what a through pass. Richie through on goal, goes for a chip shot. 2-1 to Richie. Quick response there. I mean, for a second, I thought that goalkeeper was going to get his hands on that ball. I mean, that chip shot was slowly creeping its way in.
Wow. Could this be the Richie versus PJ game we saw in the RSPL last season?
I mean, we saw Richie there take out PJ and in the RSPL, and I think that was a statement win that got Dexter the win. Wow, the first half goes to Richie. It is 2-1, ladies and gentlemen. In case you want to take your eyes off this screen, I am telling you, do not go anywhere, because these guys, we have a lot to come into the second half. Second half is underway.
You know, one thing is for sure, Coded Snow is patiently waiting for that loss. The same as 1A1 and El Dorado. And Richie now, he knows that everyone is backing him.
Everyone is against Shocker.
Everyone is against Shocker.
Literally everyone that is from second below, because come on, man, how can you go unbeaten in this league? How? Richie has given away possession in a dangerous position. Here is Shocker now, finds Rashford! Is that Rashford? That's Saka, oh my goodness! Shocker there, equalizing 2-2. This is the problem. I mean, once you have possession, we saw a glimpse of this in the last game. Richie kept on giving possessions simply away, and that gave Roland a chance to get back into this game. And he has done that again against Shocker. Shocker has leveled it at this point. 51 minutes, 2-2. Richie, what do you have for us?
You know, it seems once he's in the lead, the pressure gets to him and he starts making those wrong passes because, you know, Shocker's press and everything, knowing that Shocker is on the top of the league, and the fact that you are avoiding relegation, you're trying to avoid relegation doesn't help matters as well. So, don't know.
We hear Shocker now attacking with Saka. He's taking his time with this. Give this ball to Harry Kane, who has dropped deep to receive this. Richie now activating that offside trap. The press there wasn't enough to get back possession. Saka now for Shocker. Richie doing his best to defend this beautifully well. My goodness, has given this pass again too cheaply. Possession now with Shocker. Wow. For the past 10 minutes, I don't think Richie has held possession for more than 3 seconds.
You know, this second half has been all shocker. He knows that if I keep playing the way I played in the first half, there might be surprises. But now he wants to take control of the game and probably go on to win.
Oh, it is nervy here, guys. Trust me, everybody watching in the studio is sat for this. It is a big one here. Wow, what a through pass down to the left. Nusa gets this cross into the box. He didn't find anybody. Possession now with Shoka. Here is Saka. Richie doing the best to gain back possession. Haaland sees the in behind runner. Is this offside? Oof, intercepted really well by Shoka. Surely Richie should handle this beautifully. The comment here from Durudane saying 3 things are inevitable. The sun shines, the sun sets, and Shoka wins. Guys, it's a poet. 71 minutes in. And here is a chance now for Richie. Goodness. I think he should have gone for the pass to the side.
Definitely.
Here's Richie again. He's just too quick to deliver those passes in behind. And Shoka reading everything down to the last full stop. Shoka now. You can see he's taking this game really, really calmly. He's just building up this attack. 77 minutes. It is still 2-2. Are we going to get a goal that separates these two? Nice defense there. Richie now surely should start at a counter-attack. Here is Nusa. There is a lot of green land in front of him to run into. He cuts back. And Haaland dropping so deep. Through pass there over the top. Could not find Nusa. Possession now with Shoka. 81 minutes. Guys, I am at the edge of my seat.
No, there's a way this soccer guy plays that it just makes your players come out of position every time.
And here is Shoka with a chance. Oh, he flops it. Shoots wide. 83 minutes. '85, and Shoka still in possession. Richie has to defend this well. Shoka taking his time. I think at this point he knows Richie is being a headache to him. It's just the safe best bet for me is just to go for game management. I mean, take your draw. The more you try to commit players, if Richie gets on a counter, it could spell disaster. I think that's what he's trying to do.
Both players will be playing for last attack at this point. Shoka trying to just game manage, and Richie waiting to see if he can get the ball to be able to get on the counter.
And here is Richie down with the ball. Surely he gets the last attack of the game. Richie looking for that in behind runner. Here's Nusa. He gives it to Haaland. There is space. Haaland. Oh my goodness. He takes it back. And here is Berge. What is this? He's wasting a lot of time. Oh my goodness. Richie flops it. I mean, he was so nervy at the end of that. Khan is already with Shoka to interview him.
Wow.
My goodness, what a game, what a game. I mean, Richie took our points from him, but it certainly, at this point, is not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. It was a good game.
Okay, Shoka, I believe this was not the outcome you expected. I mean, drawing to someone who sits almost at the bottom of the table, talking about Richie, was not something you expected. How has this outcome made you feel?
Well, obviously, it makes me feel bad, but does not really worry me that much because I know I started late in the game, but just to him, he played very well. But if I can get a draw in a battle like that, it just shows the class of the caliber of kind of player that I am. So on to the next. I'm still winning the league unbeaten because
I mean, right now this outcome actually narrows the gap between you and the likes of El Dorado and Coldest Snow. I mean, they would be really excited. They would be really excited with this outcome. I mean, does this still affect your chances of going home with the trophy and all that?
No, it doesn't. Nobody should get their hopes up. I'm still going unbeaten in the league, like I said.
Well, unbeaten may not necessarily translate to winning the league, but that remains to be seen if Shaka would play unbeaten and still win. I mean, we've had instances where players ended the whole tournament unbeaten and still didn't clinch the ultimate prize. But Shaka is trying to prove every other person wrong. I'll head back to commentary duties where Himzas and Sharks are standing by. Thank you.
I mean, what a game! What a game! We actually thought we'd get to see a glimpse of what happened in the RSPL where Richie was actually the title decider. But so far so good. I think he's still a title decider because dropping points to Shocker obviously puts Shocker in a pole position to take the title.
You know, I just keep replaying that final attack in my head. If he just made the right decision
My
there,
goodness.
you know, the studio would have
That was a 2-to-beat-1 situation. I mean,
the studio would have gone wide, and the viewers at home as well, because basically everyone wrote Richie off coming into this game.
Yeah.
But then again, this guy, when everyone writes him off, towards the closing stages of every league, we've seen this guy actually pull up upsets, and this is one of them. But now the question is it enough for the upset to make another person clinch the title? I don't think so.
Well, the draw wasn't enough. It's sad. I think we have finally gotten 2 players who were certain of, or 3 rather, who were certain of that has crashed out from the Rsdl. I think Chisco Fingers, Richie, and then Mr. Morale. At this point, it's safe to say bye-bye to them.
Bye-bye, and probably you don't know when next we'll probably be seeing them in the RSPL or even in the RSDL. Well, they put up good fights, especially Richie. You know, Richie dropping from the RSPL and getting to the RSDL is not what we, the viewers, and what the fans would have expected. But
yeah,
well, it is what it is, I say.
Well, that is making it 2 players who dropped out from the RSPL and are also dropping out from the Division 2 league. Chisco Fingers and Richie. Well, enough crying over spilled milk. We are heading into the next analysis, the next game. Roland taking on Bright. I mean, this is a game that doesn't have much at stake. Roland has done his best to get himself out of. I mean, for the relegation battle, Roland is the only person who took it by the scruff of the neck and has done very, very well from himself. He was in 8th position, but that win earlier, I think, put him in the 16th point now, and he plays against, I think, his main man. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, he plays against Bright. Bright, who he kind of had a bright start to the RSDL, but you know, the lights kind of dimmed at a point, and he's been kind of shaky. And now Roland has a chance to actually go ahead of him in the league. And that will actually be really, really crazy because this guy was rotting around the relegation zone for
just few games
away, and now he has a chance to finish in the top 6, top 7.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, the game between these 2 guys, I think there's a little bit of familiarity between their 2, a little bit of similar play style between these 2 guys. I mean, coming in from the knockout stages, everybody, I mean, their names weren't known, so most people did not give them the hype. They just loved how they play, but they weren't really convinced about how well they were going to do in the RSDL. But so far, so good. The new cards have convinced us and have remained in the pole position spaces to get into the Pro League. Now, these 2 guys, what do you think their scoreline is going to be like?
You know, this is basically a game of counter-attacking, and the other guy, Bright, being the kind of player who opts for having possession. He just wants to have the ball, recycle possession, and get to find those spaces. Now, I don't think Bright is the kind of player that will go against his principles. You know, Roland will obviously force you into playing the way he does, playing that chaotic type of football. But this Bright, once he gets the ball, he'd rather just pass back and see if he can build up from the back. So it's kind of a cagey game. It's going to be counter-attacking against the guy who opts for having the usual Barcelona play style, the tiki-taka. I wouldn't call it tiki-taka, just the slow pass build-up. And a draw won't be bad. The draw isn't a bad
The
prediction.
draw isn't a bad prediction for these two, actually. We can see the public winning prediction going 50-50. Man, a draw actually settles it for both of them. A point apiece is okay. Sixth position for Bright, eighth position for Roland. I think Roland has played more games than Bright. So at this point, this is basically Roland's last game, if I'm correct. So up on your screens are the score lines for today. We saw Roland take on Richie. That was Richie's first match there, where he lost that game to Roland, 5-4. We saw Chuku send Mr. Morale into relegation there with a Navy 1-goal lead. We saw Shocker also take on Richie. Richie there also gave Shocker a very, 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 very hard time and grinded out a point, which was not enough to save him from relegation. Shocker also continuing on his unbeaten streak. He's still in top position to get the title. You can see there Shocker and Cold Snow 11 games played, and Shocker in 29 points and Cold Snow in 25. I mean, these two guys, they still have a game to play. Shocker against Codes. I think that will come up on the last day. But
Shocker and Codes haven't played yet.
They haven't played yet.
Wow. That could actually just go on to be the title decider, because now it seems like Shocker has 2 more games to play.
Shocker just has 1 more game. In fact, it's done at this point. Even if Shocker loses that particular game, they have to play 1 more game. It's 11 games played. They need to play 12. So
no, Roland is currently on 12 games played, and I think this is his 13th game. According to the updated table, no. Well,
have to check that again. Let's head into this game proper. Roland taking on Bright. Roland with France and Bright with Brazil. You know, whenever I see the Brazil, I just think about Codes Snow.
Exactly. That was the first person who came to mind, and the fact that Brazil was about scoring, I was like, well, it's Codes Snow on the controller. But then again, I looked and I was like, oh, it's Bright. By the way, I must say, Shocker has this guy has broken a record of being the first player to be at the top of the table for multiple weeks, right from the Rsdl up until this moment.
And we have a goal in this fixture. Roland has gotten the first goal. Beautiful goal there by Mbappe.
Yeah, beautiful goal there by Kylian. And Roland in the lead. You won't believe that this guy was almost getting relegated few match days back, and now he's here probably fighting for a spot finish in the top 5, I think.
I mean, talk about the definition of locking in. That was just what locking in means. Here is Bright with the chance. Yes, he gets it. It is 1-1. And as much as this game, there is not a lot at stakes. I mean, I think we are going to feed from this game with goals.
Yeah, definitely. These are 2 players who, Roland, the guy on red that just wants to score, and Bright would also look to match that in this particular fixture against Roland.
Chance there for Roland to get ahead. He gets another chance. The defense there, not letting him pull through with that intention, scoring that goal. "20 minutes gone, and it is 1-1 apiece between these 2 guys. Roland taking him direct. This is a game amongst friends, if you ask me.
Yeah, I feel they know themselves a bit too well, and that will really come into play here. So that's why I just opted for a draw, because these guys, they probably play against themselves lots and lots of time. So
they know exactly what each other they know exactly what each player is going to do at each point in time. That's one of the effects of playing a particular person way too much. Wow, what a tackle there.
well, this game has been really cagey ever since we saw the first 2 goals. We've not really seen much. Roland having quite some good chances to get another goal, but on the other hand, Bright's defense has been quite sturdy. But for how long? Because Mbappe is in the box. But that was Ryan Cherki, and now Roland has taken the lead once again. Roland has finally gone ahead again. Has been knocking on the door ever since Bright equalized in this game, but now he's been able to go ahead once again, and we'll be looking to see if he can build up on that. But Bright was with the ball, and now he's giving it away. And Roland, kind of counter-attacking player, because he's on the counter again with Kylian, and Kylian will be looking for the cutback, and if I do the shot comes in, and then
it was very, very nearly there. I mean, that ball was begging to go in.
I think Alisson in the last minute was just able to get a hold of the ball, and Bright lives to fight another day.
It's 7 minutes gone. Roland in the lead, 2-1.
Yeah, you see, it's kind of expected. This game was always bound to be a KG one, because these guys they know themselves, they've played against themselves, and it was bound to be a KG one. And Roland, or rather Bright, has actually equalized in this game.
Wow.
See both players going band for band at this point.
I'm telling you, I mean, I knew definitely well we're going to eat with goals in this fixture, knowing fully well that nothing is at stake. So both players are going to throw defense into the wind and just focus more on how many can I score against this guy. First half, we've seen 4 goals already, 2 apiece. So I'm certain we're going to still see more. This is not the end.
Yeah, definitely. I expect more goals, and of course from both players as well. I expect Roland to score a bit more, and Price would also return the favour. Well, it is half time and it is 2-2. That means this first half has ended just the way it started. First half started 0-0 and now it is 2-2. Both players not letting the other run over them. Well, we are into the second half, and Roland still in France's blue jersey, and almost immediately has gone ahead again. But one thing is sure at this point, you would expect Bright to equalize. I don't know.
Roland has always been the one getting ahead. Bright has always been the one chasing. And that is the story again of the second half. Roland ahead again. We await the reply of Bright. Neymar to Vini. Oh, pokes that one in. And that is the leveler again. Every time Roland gets comfortable, Bright replies with a leveler. It is 3-3. I don't think that's the end of the goals for this fixture.
Definitely not. You expect Roland to score a bit more, and Bright probably get goals for himself. But like I said, Bright was not the kind of player that was going to go against his principles. And the game hasn't been as chaotic as you would have expected a Roland game to be, I must say.
Both players have been too relaxed. Like I said, I feel in this particular fixture, they're just going to throw defending into the wing. Nobody's really going to focus on that. I mean, they know they're in safe spots at this point. So, I mean, I can't clinch the title. I can't get top 3. I'm not getting relegated. What's there to actually really play for other than just enjoy the game of FC? Just see if I can at least get highlights from this particular fixture.
It's 62 minutes on the clock and it's still 3-3. And for the first time in this game, we haven't seen goals in about 10 minutes. But that could change soon because Bright is looking to counter. He finds Martinelli and the pass is just intercepted there. And now Roland on the counter on the other end, looking to play through pass there to Chouameni, waiting for the in behind runners. On the first time through pass comes, and Roland with a good chance. That was a beautiful save there from Alisson Becker.
Very, very massive save there from Bright.
Yeah, you can see that first time through pass there. It just caught Bright's defense off guard, and
split that defense wide open.
That was a really, really huge chance, and that chance doesn't seem to be over because Roland is in the box again. But now Bright was able to get the ball clear and will be looking to counter on the other end. He has Vini Jr. waiting for the runners, finds Rafinha, who finds Ederson, back to Rafinha, Ederson to Rafinha to Neymar, and now Vini Jr. gets the ball at the edge of the box. But Saliba was just there in the way.
I mean, the crisp passing of this guy. It's always so good up until the last moment where the most decisive pass is needed. And that's where he just, fails to execute that properly.
Well, like I said, it's been ages since we saw a goal in this game because from the first half, it's been ages, of course. From the first half, we saw goals almost every 10 minutes in game time, and now about 20 minutes in game, and we are yet to see a goal from either player.
75 minutes. It is still 3 goals apiece. Are we going to see a winner? Are we going to see somebody clinch out 3 points from this game? No, initially the public prediction predicted this to be a draw. 50-50. So it's Rolando gets a shot away, but there's a player just in front of that shot. There is Bright now.
Definitely not what he wanted there.
That's not what he had in mind. You are certain.
$83 minutes on the clock, and ever since like the 50th minutes, we've not seen goals from these players. Well, I remember the public, or I actually also said I feel this game was going to end in a draw, and we are just 5 minutes in game time from that prediction coming to pass.
Here is Roland with a golden opportunity. Oh, the keeper saves. There's still a chance. Roland! You can see him there with a massive right-hand celebration. I'm having a feeling that Roland wants these 3 points. He's not wanting to settle for a draw. It's 6 minutes, and that might look like the game decider. He was lucky there. That ball just ricocheted into the path of Mbampe, and that header was enough to get that ball into the back of the net. Now, I've not seen any reaction from Bright. This game started. Roland again. There's a sliding tackle. These two guys, they are the only people to slide in this FC, in this Division 2. And there's the reaction from Bright. And the massive reaction there from Roland. We can see, I'm telling you, I don't think Roland... I felt this was a friendly game between these two guys, but
bragging rights now.
Yeah, exactly. We feel they play for us, we feel they beat me, but at least in the Division 2, let it be that I warn you. There is receipts for that. So kudos to Roland grinding that 3 points away from Bright. I can't imagine why is Bright still smiling. This guy,
this Roland is the definition of a generational lock-in guy, because this guy was just few games away, or like I say, 1 game away from getting into the relegation zone.
Yeah.
And now he's way clear, he's comfortable because he's already in the RSPL as things stand.
Yeah, he's definitely in the RSPL as things stand. And I am actually looking forward to see how these two guys play. There's a controversial memo going around saying these two guys are using legacy. So it's surprising how that is going to look like in the RSPL, because the game mode is going to be uncompetitive, and surely you have to adapt. So I don't know how their defensive marking is going to look like, but for their gameplay, it is fine. It just has to be the tackling that's the issue. Well, for the last match of the day, Chuku going up against El Dorado there will be the last match for today. Before we dive into that, just a quick recap of what is to come. The Niger Delta Derby, presented to you by 43 Esports. Now, this is where 2 states who a lot of interstate rivalry has been going down between these 2 states, Bayelsa and Rivers State, trying to know who has the best gamers out of these 2 in the Niger Delta. Well, 43 Esports is presenting to you the Niger Delta Derby. This is a chance for gamers from Bayelsa to go head-to-head with gamers from Rivers State. Anticipate that one. And next up also is the incoming King of the Port. That one is coming up real soon. Presented to you by 43 Sports and also the Student Union Government of Uniport bringing to you the king of the port. I think this has been a long time coming. It's been over 2 years. We saw the king of the port come up. I mean, we still have the title holder in I think 11. So we are. I think it's a very very much needed new king. Yeah, we need a new king actually. So this is the next big thing to come out from Uniport. So if you know you are a Uniport student and you are a gamer also, and if you know somebody who is a gamer who would um, showcase his talent and will shine, will thrive in the esports scene, do well to tell the person about this. The barcode is up on every social media account of 43 Esports, so do there to get the information that you need. Well, we'll be heading for a quick short break, and when we are back, we will head into the final game of match day 2, week 4 proper. Do not go anywhere, stick to your screens. We will be right back.
Wow. The gameplay has been intense. It's been crazy and all of that. And we just saw Roland beat his friend Bright. I mean, that was a goal fest from those players, and that just sums up how the league has progressed these past 4 weeks. Milia, you've actually seen the players come in week out, do the things they know how to do best. Some of the players that you were rooting for have fallen by the wayside. I mean, they're struggling in the relegation places. And me, on the other hand, my players are doing really well. I mean, shout out to Shoka. but Milia, this is it, right? This is the magic of the Rsdl. Some of the players that we expected would be at the top of the log are struggling to survive.
Yeah.
And some of the players that we didn't see coming, look at players like let's say Roland, for instance. Let's say Coda Snow, for instance. I mean, they kind of like snuck into the top quarter of the tables. So now I want to ask you this question: if you had the power to save one player that is not Mr. Morale,
You caught me right there.
yes, because I know that's the name you're
Oh
going
my
to say.
god.
That is not Mr. Morale. From the relegation places, who would that player be?
Chisco fingers, of course.
Why Chisco Fingers?
I mean, I've seen this guy really, really put in all his best in this game. He's always showing up, always coming in. Even when he's losing, he's still showing up. And not just showing up with all his strength, all his best. So you can see that he really wants to do this. So I think it's definitely going to be Chisco figures.
Now, shout out to Chisco Fingers, proper sportsman there,
Yeah.
and he's really been trying. He's been an example
Of course.
to a lot of the other players. He's been an example to a lot of them, I must say. And now, let me ask this other question: who do you want to win this league?
It's so evident. Shocker, of course.
You want Shoka to win?
Aside Mr. Morale, Shocker. I mean, sorry, Shocker.
No, it's mathematically impossible. In fact, it's impossible by any stretch of the imagination that Mr. Morale would even rank.
Oh my god.
It's impossible to even think that Mr. Morale would even finish in the. So I mean that's.
Mr. Khan, you're not a nice person. No.
I am a realist. I like to say the truth. You understand? And he has not been at his best. He's a decent player. I mean, there's a difference between, according to Eldorado, there's a difference between a player that is not good and a player that is a fraud, right? So I would say that
Mr. Morale is a fraud.
Morale. You said it yourself. I didn't say anything. You said it yourself. So let's talk about the more realistic options. Let's not talk about people that we're not seeing in the Pro League next season. Let's talk about the more realistic options. So who do you think would win outside? Like, I mean, there's Shocker, there's Coda Snow, there's Eldorado going for the crown. Who do you think would, considering the fact that Shocker drew his game today against Richie, we didn't see that coming. So who do you think would, clinch this at the end of the day?
I really did not see Shocker's match with Richie going the way it went, but all the same, the both players did amazing. They did so well. So who I think well, who I want is not who I think though, but who I think will win is definitely going to be Shocker.
Okay, it's all right. Today's Father's Day, right?
Yeah.
And you know that if back in the day, I don't know when you.
I'm sorry to cut you. I think I should throw that question back to you. Who do you think will win this game?
Okay, fine. I've always been a shocker person from game week 2. I mean, Bruce was my player from game week 1, right? But Shocker has been my player. I was disappointed when he drew with Richie, but once again, the fan predictions, the public predictions actually almost came true. And I mean, I was really surprised when the public gave Richie 55% against Shocker's 45%.
Yeah.
So, but the public, I think the public knows best. So I'll go back to my Father's Day question. Don't cut me this time.
Sorry.
So it's Father's Day, and I know that a lot of fathers back in the early 2000s and maybe 2010s did not allow their sons to participate in gaming. But we have seen that the gaming ecosystem has a life of its own. Like, you know, there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of real opportunities. People can actually make money. Look at the top ranked players in the country. They have endorsement deals. Look at top ranked players in the world. They're earning better than other professionals. So, what word would you say to fathers on Father's Day about allowing their sons to participate in gaming activities?
Okay, so firstly, I'm going to say Happy Father's Day again to every man out there. You're strong, you're resilient, and you've got this.
Thank you.
So, I forgot to wish happy birthday, but Happy Father's Day, but we'll get to that. So, like you said, the gaming system is such a large ecosystem, right? Children can do so much, boys and even females can do so much in the gaming system. So, I think fathers should let their children be more outgoing with these things, just like forex, right? In those days, not every parent will allow their children have a phone, talk more of going online to participate in all of these trading activities. But now we can see people earning so cool money from all of this. So that's like same thing with the gaming system. I think parents should not just be so strict like they used to be before. The world is evolving, systems are changing. So I mean, even ladies, I'll be so glad if 43 Esports organize RSL for ladies. I mean, most ladies can play, most ladies are good. I mean, like myself, I'm trying as well. So yeah.
Okay, I didn't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. I think you're a decent gamer, and I did not mean to.
We'll see after now.
I didn't mean to laugh actually, but shout out to players like the latest father Chuku Chuku. He said he would allow his son to participate in gaming activities as well as Perez. I mean, Perez said he would let his children game as
I'll
well.
also let my children, both females and males.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really nice. And let's talk about the gaming ecosystem in Rivers State, right? The Rsdl, proudly spearheaded by 43 Esports, is doing something magnificent, something that has never been seen around these parts. And it's evident you have the Rivers versus Bielsa tournament coming up, soon, and then you have the King of the Court coming up soon, and then the Rsdl is going on. The Rsdl Division 2 is going on. So I want to ask you, where do you think the gaming ecosystem in River State will be in the next 5 years with 43 Esports leading the charge?
43 Esports. First of all, I know 43 Esports rather to be such an excellent, a very excellent system. Like they've been doing their thing. If you check, if you really look into it, where we are now is not where we used to be before. So in the next 5 years, I believe a lot of growth would have happened on every side, right? We'll be hosting more leagues, bringing out more very good players from River State. So we should just keep an eye, watch out, stay tuned.
Well, you heard it from Melia. I mean, the Rsdl has big plans, and these big plans will always come to light. Guys, keep it locked. Do not forget to tune in. If you're a good gamer from Bielsa and you want to represent your state, your city, your whatever against the boys from River State, I mean, they are loud, the noisy neighbors. It's going to be like the Niger Delta Derby, right? So we could have players like Chuku Chuku come to represent Bielsa, and we could have El Dorado. They are facing off next. We could have El Dorado represent River State and all that, and then we have the state the Rsdl champion,
Yeah.
currently the best player in the River State League. Dexter could be representing it, and the Fat Pro PJ. PJ is a Bielsa boy. So I mean, this would be an interesting encounter. I would want to see
I
it.
really would
So
like
if
to
you are a
because
good gamer, you think you are good, you have what it takes, or you are a fan, a viewer, whatever, a supporter, don't forget to tune in to support your city, cheer your city to victory. And if you're a gamer, come through, turn up. Let's do it. I'm talking about the King of the Port. You are a student in the University of Port Harcourt. 43 Esports is bringing this to you. You think you know how to play.
like me.
You think you know how to play, right? You think you know how to play, and you've been beating your friends. Don't forget, 43 Esports in collaboration with the SUG University of Port Harcourt is hosting the King of the Port. Keep it locked, register, turn up, play, earn the prize pool first, and then earn the bragging rights. And then you can, maybe raise your shoulders and walk like El Dorado used to do when he was,
Number one.
back when he was number one. He's no longer,
Back then, those days.
he's no longer number one. So, guys, it's been interesting
One
bringing you
last
up to
question
speed.
for you, Mr. Khan. Excuse me.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
it's all
sorry
right.
to cut you short.
It's all right. Go
You
ahead.
chuckled when I said I could, I'm a decent PS player,
Okay.
FIFA player.
Okay.
How, on a scale of 10, right? Rate your skills when it comes to playing FIFA.
Okay, I think I'll beat Shocker with one hand. That's it. I'm that good, right? Right. You can ask them. I'll beat Mr. Morale, of course, that's a given. And then I'll beat Eldorado.
I sincerely wish you. Anyways, that's all.
Well, is that the only question you have for me?
Yeah, for now.
Guys, I apologize. I mean, I didn't mean to say that. I'm not a good gamer. I'm just a presenter. But guys, it's nice talking to Melia on this section, and we want to get back to the gameplay where we have El Dorado and Chuku getting ready to face off against each other, the Bielsa rep and the River State rep, and of course Himsas and Sharks on the commentary gantry waiting for us to finish our chit chat so they can get on with the gameplay. So guys, over to you, Himsas and Sharks.
Well, you heard it from the guys, the Milia and Khan saying Milia saying they should host female tournaments. I think that's probably the only one I stand a chance at winning. I don't know.
I can't believe you said that on a live stream. But for real, though, do you know any female gamer? Like, do you know any female? A female who can actually play FC?
To be honest, I've just seen some decent ones. Probably like
that means
just basically let us say something like about 2. So but not like at the level of the guys and stuff like that. So I don't know.
But I've seen some myself. I mean, just to mention a few, I think 2 or 3 girls that I know surely. Like, even if you hope they play with these girls, it's not going to look as if you're gaming with somebody that cannot play. Like, they are that good. Although they there on them, but they are good. They are good. You get me? So yeah, it's something we would love to see. Not just guys, also females too. I mean, but the probability of them turning up, I doubt it's very low. But we'll get to that hopefully. I mean, the gaming scene is growing, not just for guys, for girls also. So there's a lot of opportunities for everybody to shine. You get me? Last game of the day, Chuku against El Dorado. I mean, this has been long coming. El Dorado, who we didn't see him in the last match day. I think that was his day off. And Chuku, this should be his last game in hand, if you ask me.
Yeah, and now he needs that win. He was able to get a win today in the first game against Mr. Morale, and he really want to build on that because would you say he's safe from relegation at this point? I really can't tell, but just to be a bit more safer.
Well, he got a win in the last game, which skyrocketed him from 12 points to 15 points, I think. He was in 9th position, but I think he's on par with Bruce now, 7 points on that 7th position rather. As for El Dorado, dropping points in this particular fixture is very, very detrimental for him. I mean, he might not just even finish in top 3 if he drops points from this particular game.
Yeah, he knows 1v1 is out there looking, waiting to see maybe if he can drop points, if he can actually clinch that third spot. So Eldorado, although he's back in the RSPL, I feel he knows that a win is still needed in this particular fixture.
So you're telling me that out of the guys who were relegated from the RSPL, it is just this guy, Eldorado, that makes it back into the Pro League?
Yeah, to be honest, Eldorado's level, to an extent, you could say his level is the elite league, I must say. But you say he was a bit unlucky in the RSPL and in the Pro, and now in the Rsdl as well. He started off pretty well up until the loss against Shocker, and then he's lost 1 game since then. That's 2 losses in all the fixtures this season, and I feel now he knows that has shown the quality he has, and probably he would build on that into the upcoming RSPL league.
Well, we're trying our best every day to, oh my goodness, what a disaster there from Eldorado, and he's so lucky to not concede from that. My goodness. Wow. So lucky to not concede from that. That's an offside, obviously. Well, I was going to say we try our best every day to update our tech. We try our possible best to give the viewers and fans the best streaming they can ever get. So updating the table is something we've been trying so hard to always, get done, and we're glad that you got that noted. Oh my goodness, Chooks! That was dirty from Chuku there. Look at that skill. I wish we could get a replay of that. My goodness. And this is the repeat of that last goal against Mr. Morale. Where he shot the ball, and I thought the keeper saved it, and I shouted the keeper to the rescue, only for that ball to creep into the net. And we've seen a repeat of that again. Chuku is making a name for scoring goals, even if the keeper gets a hand to it. I mean, good goal there from Chuks.
Really good goal, and a good start for him as well. It looked like he was about getting relegated, but it was that time for him to lock in. He said this, I'm not losing this game to Mr. Morale.
Yeah,
and he went on to win that game, and now has continued to build on with that.
Oh my goodness. Eldorado here falling down the pecking order in the standings as Trooks, who came on with his A game today. I mean, he lost 3 straight yesterday, and he said he left his emotions at home. And he's looking like he did that because this guy is showing no mercy at this point to Eldorado. Oh my goodness. Wow. A giveaway at the other end. Chooks couldn't convert. And Chooks is actually handing out the same handshake to Eldorado. Eldorado couldn't also capitalize on that mistake from Chooks. What an end to the first half.
Yeah, it's been a really exciting game. Just 2 goals in the first half, but it showed the quality all over the pitch from both players. Every pass has almost been inch perfect. Chuku in the lead in this one. Eldorado will be looking to get back in this second half.
Well, second half is on the way, guys, and Eldorado surely very disappointed in himself with where he sees himself at this point. It is going from somebody who we thought would clinch the title of the Rsdl. It could look like worse for him because here, Chooks sending in the dagger into Eldorado's heart with that rocket of a shot there. I mean, that over the top through pass, he just brought it down, dragged it back to the in behind runner, and boom into the post. Good one there from Chooks. He's not looking to stop. He's still attacking. He might think that one more. Eldorado, I'm certain, is running into his team management to know what is going on.
Definitely, he needed to do that. And being 3 goals down against someone like Chooks, who has not scored more than 1 goal over the past 5 games.
I mean, look at that demeanor, emotionless. This is somebody that is out for problems and is handling it out to Eldorado at this point.
The fact that this guy hadn't scored more than 1 goal over the past 5 games, and now against Eldorado decided to get his shooting boots on. It almost looked like he was back to the missing of chances. But this time around, he was able to get that first goal, although it came off the goalkeeper. and then he's been building on that, and now he's up by 3 goals.
What do you think Eldorado is going to finish? Because at this point, it is so hard for him now. I don't see him getting into the top 3 at this point.
Well, like you said, it's surprising because this guy, after the first match week, it looked like he was about to walk this league. But then again, it just reminds me of the RSPL. It felt like the same thing back then, and he happened to get relegated. Now he's not getting relegated here though. But what does that say about his mentality? I really don't know, because everyone's.
Oh my God! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! What have we witnessed here, Chooks? Reiterating again that he left his emotions at home. He is out here for problems. And Eldorado seems to be on the receiving end of his wrath at the moment. 4 goals to nothing. I mean, look at that header of a goal there. Eldorado now, 1-on-1. Is there space for him to do damage? No. The defense up to the tax there. I've seen a comment here from Hazard Niger saying, "Happy Father's Day, Chooks. I wasn't familiar with your game. Sorry, Chooks." It looks like he's going to make it 5-0.
No, I think after this game, Eldorado should wish Chooks a happy Father's Day, because at this point, that's his dad. Because this is
a record, actually. This is Eldorado's heaviest defeat so far. If it ends like this, I don't think Eldorado has ever lost by a 4-goal deficit.
You can hear some people say, make it 5. Well, I'm sure Chooks is probably waiting to be able to see if he can do that.
Well, 1-1, who is in 4th position at this point, still has 2 games in hand, and surely he will get those 2 games in the last match weekday. But for Eldorado now, he doesn't get one back, doesn't get 3 points. 1-1 might just steal the show and clinch 3rd position. 71 minutes gone, and it has been a chuku show. And here is Chooks. I've seen a comment from Money One saying, "Make it 5, please." Oh, that nearly went in. I mean, he's having a signature move for this through passes into the box, and always finding the headers. Hardly he misses. And even when he misses, it almost seems like he's getting in, because he always goes for the side netting. And here is, what a save there, Chooks, denying Eldorado the chance to get at least a goal back in this game. And here is Chooks now on the counter again, over the head through pass. He knocks it down for Olise. Olise finds Mbappe. Mbappe is still in the box, gives it back to Chouameni, and he has kind of like taking the steam out of this attack. Now Eldorado picks up the pieces. 80 minutes. Is it an offside?
Yeah, definitely.
It is. Chooks going to make this 5 and hand Eldorado his biggest defeat. The comments are crazy. Chooks, with a chance there. Hazard Niger saying, "Eldorado, call me that." Oh, these guys, we're gonna easy our bag. Chooks, almost gets that pass. And I mean, even if you get that pass, that's probably an offside.
Oh, this guy has turned up the heat in this final game of the day.
This is the chuku we saw. This is the chuku we had high hopes for, and going up against, I'm still going to call Eldorado a giant. Going up against a giant like Eldorado, at this point they don't stone the giant. So this is literally Eldorado's heaviest defeat so far in his RSL campaign.
You know, funny how this guy's name happens to be David as well.
My goodness, don't tell me that Chuku's first name is David. But David is falling a Goliath here, guys. My goodness. And that is the end of it. An exciting gameplay from this guy, Chuku, decimating the Giants there. And then David has slain the Goliath.
At this point, Eldorado will need to bow out. We do say in shame because at the start of this league season, it seemed like this guy was about to walk this league. I've said it before. Everyone expected him falling from the Rsdl not to repeat the same thing that happened there.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he went ahead to do. He went ahead and he started really well. And after that loss against Shoka, it was kind of downhill. He lost to Larry and now has lost to Chukuchuku. That's now, and now he's at risk of getting not even finishing in the top 3.
So, ladies and gentlemen, up on your screen is the standings. It's not entirely updated. I mean, we still need to add. So yes, this is the table as it stands, but we just have that 3 points there to add to Chukuchuku. I mean, and if we do that, we can see Chukuchuku sitting or finishing week 4 in
7th,
because it's going to go over Bright. Wow. I mean, 15 plus 3,
actually,
that's 18.
he and Larry are on the same amount of points,
My goodness,
the
don't
same
tell me
amount
he's
of goals,
finishing on
and
6th.
the same goal difference.
Meaning he finishes this on 6th position. He finishes week 4 on 6th position. I mean, this was where he was somewhere around this position up until he started playing his game in hand. So he has gotten back his position. As for El Dorado, that makes it 11 games played with 24 points. And given 1A1 there, a game in hand, surely he knows he needs to grind out 3 points from that game to leapfrog El Dorado. And as it stands, we have the players also in the relegation zone who has bowed out. Chisco Fingers, Mr. Morale, Richie, and Indaboski, depending on what the outcome will be on the final match day. Well, guys, that is the end of the stream. That is the end of fixtures for today. We hope you had a swell time. I did have a swell time here. Just so you know, the league ends next week. Next week, Saturday, is the final match day, the final week, the final showdown where we get to celebrate our winner and where we get to draw the curtains for the Division 2 of the RSL. So make sure you put a reminder on that. Saturday, 10 a.m., we will be here to finally crown the winner of the Division 2, and also to know the standing positions of players who are also going to finish top 3 and players who are also going to be promoted into the Pro League. So guys, my name is Shaq, and it has been fun doing this with you, with my guy here, Himzas, in the studio. It has been fun commenting with you. Till we meet again next week. That is the end of the stream. To you, shout out to you guys. Happy Father's Day out there. Shout out to all the good fathers out there. Shout out to all the present fathers out there, and also all the upcoming fathers out there, and all the guys doing fatherly duties. We see you, we love you, we say Happy Father's Day to you.
Well, Eldorado, if you watch this later, you should actually tell Chukuchuku Happy Father's Day, because that performance there was a really father-worthy performance from him. Well, that he heard from Shaq, that is the end of this match day. Don't forget to follow us on all 43 esports channels on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Twitter, currently known as X, as well on Instagram. That's where you get all the information regards to the RSL League. And don't forget that the updated table is coming as well. So stay tuned until we meet again, same time, same station, next week Saturday.
All right, peace. Upstairs standings coming up to you on your screens. From us in the studios to you, it is goodbye.